welcome back to the channel. We are actually on our fourth lake of the day. We're here about, I would say, 5 minutes before sundown. So we kind of missed a little bit of prime time. I probably should have called it quits on Lake 3 a little earlier. We're getting into some brown trout before this. So we're hoping for a walleye bite as we go past sundown and move into the bottom half of prime time. We're using a floating Rapala, the original color. Ooh, there was one right there to my right. A fish that just popped the surface. And just casting it along shore.
Ten minutes later.
There we go. On the pause. Feels like a crappie. We're going for walleye, but it feels like a crappie. Oh no. That's a Walter. That's a Walter. That's our target species. That's what we wanted. That is exactly what we wanted right before dark. Yup. Looks like a keepy size. I think we will actually keep on this video. Walleyes anyway. Cool. Perfect keeper size there. Perfect keeper size Walter. That is what I'm talking about. We're like 15 minutes before dark here. And that's what we got tonight. So that is 4 lakes and 5 fish, 3 different species. Pretty awesome day.
The next day.
Alrighty, well, we are back for round 2 at this lake. I actually fished this lake a different night after the first night and didn't catch a darn thing. And then it was a big cold front moving through, but the cold front has moved through. Now we're in a warm front. So we're out here trying to smash again.
Thirty minutes later.
Capitalists drink sparkling water, communists drink flat water. That's a fact.
There we go. Finally. Jeez, that probably took like a half hour. That was a lot of casts. It feels walleye. Staying down. Staying down. Where's he going? Oh yeah, that's walleye. No. It's almost unhooked. Oh man, barely landed him. Oh yeah, he snapped right off. Perfect keeper. In the shallows over there. About a half hour. I was starting to wonder. I was like, once again, we showed up too early to this lake. Because the bite usually doesn't start until half hour 45 before sundown. It's like a half hour till we even get there. Perfect keeper size walleye. Perfect keeper size walleye. Beautiful fish.
A few minutes later.
There we go. Oh, it came off. Dang it. Dang it. That was a good one.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
There we go. Right bank again. Sucker. Get in there, yeah. About the same size as the one I lost. Same spot too. I figured there must have been a school there or something, you know? Sweet. Another perfect keeper size. Ooh, I hooked him good that time. Look at that. He actually wasn't getting away even though I was panicking. Oh yeah, look at that. There's even another slice there. I think that was probably the same one, honestly. I bet that's the same one that got away. All right, dudes. That is two perfect keepers out of this lake so far tonight, and it's not even prime time yet. Not even prime time yet.
10 minutes later.
Capitalists drink sparkling water, communists drink flat water. That's a fact.
Yes, there's another one. Oh yeah, that's a walleye. That's another walleye. Oh, he's still there. Oh, smallmouth bass. Look at that bonus. Sweet. That's a nice bass. He's fighting a little different than the walleye, that's for sure. Wow, quite the bite tonight. Quite the frickin' bite tonight. Check out this surprise smallmouth bass. Sweet, huh? Beautiful fish. It's probably only like 12, 14 inches or something like that. Put a quick measure on him. Yeah, about 14 inches. All right, let's get you back. We're not keeping smallmouth bass, but that is cool. It's the second one I've got out of here. There he goes.
30 minutes later.
There we go. feels pretty decent. Jeez, just came up really fast too. Must have been almost on the top water basically. What do we got? Definitely a walleye. Oh yeah. Perfect keeper. By the way, I'm being quiet because those guys behind me haven't caught crap, and they've just been getting snags, and I don't want to really lead them on to know that I'm smashing walleyes over here. Another perfect eater size Walter. No complaints tonight. Pretty hot little bite.
The next morning.
All right, well, welcome back to the third and hopefully last day here. Now we're doing a little morning fishing at my usual spot on the local lake. I actually fished last night, caught one little white bass. There we go. Wiper. No, white bass. White bass. Yikes. Well, we can't end on that. We gotta end on a walleye, don't we? We cannot end on a freaking little white bass. Ooh, something tried to get him. Probably an eagle or something. Off you go, buddy. But I was not in my usual spot. Somebody else was taking it. And lo and behold, they had themselves a little smash fest as far as what I could hear. So, mission today, I have about 2 hours tops to fish. The sun just came up and we just need a Walter. We just need a Walter / sockeye. That's it. And we will wrap this little video up. I just can't end it on that white bass. It is just not the kosher thing to do. So last night was 80 degrees, 81. Warmest it's been this spring, all in this entire spring. And so I'm wondering if this lake is even turning over into now the morning bite. I think for me, what I notice is on this lake, it gets too hot during the day to be an evening bite, especially for walleyes. Once we hit summer and once we start hitting those 80-degree days, and then it switches over to a morning bite, because then the lake has a chance to cool down a little bit, and the walleyes seem to want to feed along the shore during that time on that turnover and everything. However, it is also a full moon. It was like a 97.5% full moon or something, and we're edging towards a full moon. The full moon will happen tonight. So I wonder if they've also been gorging all night and now they are tight-lipped this morning and they won't bite. So we'll just have to see. Stay tuned.
20 minutes later.
There we go. There's one. I think it's a crappie. Oh no, it's a bass. It's a bass. It's a bass. Awesome. Cool. Well, this just turned into, let's see, we started off the video catching a sockeye, a couple more sockeyes, frickin' smallmouth bass, and then we got this little guy, a little largie. That's not bad. We could potentially end the video on this fish. It's not a walleye, but it is a nice bass. And I will never complain about a nice bass. Not a giant, but pretty decent, especially for this lake. I just love the multi-species sessions you can get with this sucker. So, yeehaw! Thank you for playing. Thank you for being a good guy. There you go. That water's warm. That's what I was saying. That water's at least 50 degrees. Still. When I woke up this morning and started fishing, it was 50 degrees. The air temperature anyway. Okay, that's not the worst. We at least got something. Got the skunk off the bank for the morning. However, no Walter. And if I look at my clock here, we've been fishing for probably about 30 minutes. Only a half hour, that's not bad. So we've got about another 90 minutes to try to get a walleye. It's a good sign so far, especially if something was eating this morning. Like I said, I was worried about fishing the morning after basically a full moon. And I was worried that the fish would just be full of food from the night before and that they just would not give a crap about eating this morning. But that largemouth is encouraging.
A few minutes later.
There we go. Oh, what was that? Oh, what was that? Shoot. Oh, I wonder if that was a wiper. Boy, let that be a lesson to me. Check my knots, son of a gun. Oh, what was that? Well, he got away with the lure, whatever that was. Dang, that sucker was jetting. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. Well, look at that. The bite is on this morning, so I think we're gonna stick with it. Hopefully get something decent. That probably felt like a wiper though. I mean, the way that took off like that, I don't think that was a walleye. I bet that was a wiper. That was like a serious takeoff. Oh man, what a bummer. What a bummer. Jeez. It was a decent fish, that's for sure. Shoot. Alright, well, that's why I brought extra lures. Sucker. At least the bite is nice this morning, like I said. So I'm confident we'll get something again. But dang, that felt like a decent fish.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Aha! Look at this eagle. He's trying to eat these ducks. Look at him. He's trying to get those ducks. Wow. Relentless, bro. Now he's done. He's went perched up in this tree over here. Crazy. That was cool. All right, well, that's gonna do it for this episode. I'm sorry we didn't end on a walleye. Now we had to end on losing what I think is probably a giant wiper who snapped us off. But I hope the extra crazy eagle footage made up for it. So if you like this episode, you know what to do. Leave me a positive comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next adventure.